When I came to you, I think it was in September or maybe it was late August, I had been told that I needed double knee replacement. And I was in the process of scheduling that, waiting for a second opinion. And I think you didn't reassure me that I didn't need to have the surgery, but you said, let's get your body in the strongest, healthiest position that we can if you have to have the surgery. So after working with you for 4 months and working with a chiropractor and an acupuncturist, it became evident that that surgery was not as necessary. I could see that I wasn't having the pain in my knees that I had before. And a lot of it was due to the whole body being off balance. And so in November, I knew that I didn't need to have the surgery. So that whole thing was just dropped. And I even got to a point in early January when I was at complete rest that I had absolutely no pain in my legs or my knees, which was the first time in 6 years. Wow. So I realized that all the work that we had done together and that I had done with other healthcare professionals really made a difference. And this was somebody who was really considering double knee surgery. And I may never have to have it now, because now I'm standing straight, the pressure isn't on there, and hopefully the cartilage will rebuild. Restructuring and helping correct some physical flaws in the body. Many of the people I have referred here had the same similar problem I did, which is scoliosis at a young age. And I knew I had it, but I didn't realize what 40, 50 years of it did on my total body structure. Mm-hmm. I had no idea when I came here. I mean, as I said, I've known you for a year and really was not clear on what you did with the body. I thought it was more like physical fitness kind of thing. I had no idea that you were going to move bones and restructure my posture. I had no idea. But I was at such a point where it didn't matter what you did. I thought if anybody can just help me, because I'm just tired of living this way and being that incapacitated because of lack of being able to use my legs. I knew, like I say, from the first session, and it got better and better, and probably after working with you a month, and I was coming here about twice a week, I knew I was really onto something. I didn't know when I was at the end of all of this, and I didn't know how many sessions it would take. I didn't know what the end product was going to be, but I knew that I was making progress for the first time, and not just doing something that made me feel good for a week, and then I was right back to square one again. In October, I was on what was supposed to be a retreat. And at that point, I really wasn't doing a lot of walking in my life because I was not able to be on my legs for longer periods of time. They would get very tired. And then I was afraid I was going to overdo it. So I went on this one-day retreat and decided to go off in the woods by myself, and I got lost and I got off the trail. And I probably was wandering around for about 2 hours, and this wasn't just on flat land, this was up and down, so I was using all kinds of muscles that I never used before. And I really never thought that my body was hold out. I thought my knees would be in such pain and I would just have to sit down and wait to be rescued. But I kept walking and eventually found my way out and realized that my legs were a lot stronger than I thought. And I had been holding back because of fear that I would, walk so far and then couldn't come back again. Mm-hmm. And I think we talked about it, and you said if I had not been doing all the work with you that I had that previous 2 months, probably my legs wouldn't have lasted for 2 hours. It would not have been able to. So it was a test for me to realize my legs were stronger than I thought they were. Mm. I'm able to walk and do things without being in pain. I mean, I had been in chronic pain that was always in the back of my mind no matter what I was doing for the last 7 years. Many of these people who have come here have known me over at least the last 4 years that I've lived in California, and have seen my body the way it was before. And it was especially apparent when I went to Las Vegas and saw people I hadn't seen for a year and a half who've known me all my life. I mean, everybody remarked, and all they could say was, my God, you look terrific, you look young, you look this, you look healthy. And maybe it wasn't clear to them that I was standing differently. But that's what folks here have noticed, because some of these people are associated with me through health clubs, and they have seen me walk and they have seen me hunched over. And in fact, I was with some people last night and I hadn't seen them since summer. And I walked in the room and I said, so what do you think? And the one gal who's a Reiki healer just looked at me and she said, oh my God. And she said, that's Erin's work, huh? I said, that's right. So, I'm very persuasive when I talk to people about something, but picture's worth 1,000 words. So it's what they see. And then they say, oh, he can do that for her. we can do it for me. Because basically the people who come here have had the same body problems that I have, scoliosis. You notice that? Yeah. So, and you know, and everybody has to get to the level of, I can't stand this any longer. I can't do this. Nothing else is working. What the heck? Let's see if this makes a difference. And for me, I noticed an immediate difference. I also realized that if we're talking 40, 50 years of having poor posture and doing a certain thing, it wasn't going to happen overnight. Yeah. It wasn't going to happen overnight. The most unusual thing I've experienced with Reposturing Dynamics is feeling like I am standing up straight, which is making me feel younger than my chronological age. I mean, I was at a point where I knew how old I was, but I was feeling like somebody whose body was 10 years older. And I kept thinking, and it's downhill from here on in. And I don't have that kind of body concept anymore. I mean, I am really, so it's done a lot for my self-esteem. And even though I know I'm getting older and the body's getting older, I'm feeling like I was given, I feel like I've been given a new body. Somebody turned the clock back for 10 years and said, here, we're going to go back to the way your body was before. And I'm more hopeful that even though I'm not as strong as I want to be, because I want to, you know, I want to have it, I'm going to have to go slow on this. But if I keep doing the exercises and I keep listening to my body and resting, there's no doubt in my mind 5 years from now I'm going to be in a lot better shape than I am now. Because I'm aware. Before I didn't realize what could I do. I was looking to other people to fix my body, and nothing was long term. Everything was like a Band-Aid. If they only realized the results that they could get working with you. But you know, with anything new, and I'm sure the people by the time they come to you, they've been to the chiropractor for years, they've tried all kinds of other things, and nothing has worked long term. So everybody comes in here with a lot of, well, yeah, this probably won't work either. So what I'm saying is they have to see the results. If they could see what could be done for them, then they wouldn't question it. But I'm sure everybody that walks in here comes in with this mistrust. You know, and maybe, I mean, I've sent you some people who think it's going to happen magically overnight, and they've had 40, 50 years of not taking care of their body, and it isn't going to happen in 3 hours. I mean, I know that. And that's what I tell them. There'll be an improvement, but if you don't stick with the program, you know, you can leave this program too and say, well, that didn't work either. I just wish we could clone you and send you all over the country, because I've got friends all over this country who have not seen me, but they have just heard through my letters or my whatever. They can hear it in how I feel and what I'm saying is going on. People who have their own personal body problems who are saying, you know, is there anybody here in Chicago or wherever that does similar work? And I can't tell them that there is. I say, no, I have the exclusive contract. Because by the time he clones himself, it won't be Aaron running around. You know, so I feel blessed. I mean, I feel blessed that the universe brought you into my life at the time you did, because 6 months later I would have had double knee surgery, because I had really given up on being able to stand up straight and do that. I guess I didn't realize that there was a real connection between the poor posture and the knee problem until I saw you. And then I thought, oh, that makes sense.